Hello, 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 my lovely people, and welcome back to Addie's World. My name is Aodain. If you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. If not, and this is your first time, sit down, relax, grab a drink, stay to the end of the video. If you like what you see, maybe think about hitting the whatever subscribe button, or I don't know which side it appears at, subscribe button, and making sure your bell is on for all upcoming notifications. So people, today it's just going to be fun and simple. What I'm going to do, if you haven't seen my last video with the massive giveaway on it, I will link it up here. It's where I did an unboxing of the Laura Lee mystery bags. I have one, and you know, I got one extra, so there's a lot going into it. But what I'm going to do today is not talk, sit in front of you guys and play with it. I am going to, Donna asked me how my eye look that I did for the video yesterday, so I'm recreating that, but I'm also going to do two videos in one because I will also be adding in a look I create with the Boss Babe palette. So yeah, I'm going to stop yapping and we're going to jump on in. Okay guys, so I mainly got eyeshadows and some lips. She doesn't do foundation, absolutely fine. But what I'm going to do today is I already have the one eye done that I created, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit here and talk over it at a later date and tell you what colors I used. But I also want to test out sponge, hence why I have no foundation on. I do have tan on my neck. I'm not that bad or dirty, but sit down, relax, and I'll probably talk over it. But make sure if you like it, thumbs up guys, and of course if you're not already subscribed and if you want to be in with a chance to win the amazing giveaway for this month, subscribe, turn your bell on, give this video a big thumbs up, and go back to the last video and leave a comment. Okay, I don't know when I'm leaving that competition or the giveaway open till, but it'll be the end, probably the middle of the end of May, so there is a good length of time for you to get your entries in, and I'll hopefully be able to insert the colors I'm using as well. Okay, have we finished? Have I stopped yapping? Yes, I have. I am just, by the way, just before I start, I am just going to use some Lunar Beauty brushes as well as the Laura Lee brushes. I did manage to pick up the restock of them, which I'm super excited about. But yeah, I'll just tell you what I'm doing. And if you have Nudie Patootie, what I'm actually using, the first one today is going to be, the first video, sorry, is going to actually be Nudie Patootie. Whoever wins this, or if you have this in your possession already, follow along. Let's do this together. And of course I'm using my mirror. This one, sorry, I know I said I'd be talking. This one is going to be kind of a soft, everyday look. Okay guys, so what I have started here was with the colour strip. I will try insert a picture of the palette. It looks quite yellow in the picture I have, but it's very soft and it almost comes out, oh god, it almost comes out kind of a neutral. It's a beautiful colour, and I decided that I'm trying to get better at my eyeshadow. I've always said that, but what I've done is I've placed it higher up than just on my brow bone anymore, because I feel like I've hooded eyes that I need to actually bring it up a little bit higher to make sure that you can see the colour and the transition that I use on it. Okay guys, that was me just fluffing it out. By the way, I really apologise about the sound on my microphone. I have a really shitty one that I got from Wish. I must invest in a new one. So this is me moving on. As you can see, I have my love for my Lunar Beauty brushes, and I went on to the shade Streaking. Again, just to kind of, the colours in this palette are quite deceiving because they look one shade, but they come out so much different, I feel anyway. It almost comes out like a pinky red, and you can see that probably not clearly on the eye I'm doing, but on my other eye, and they're just beautiful. They blend together, and there's me just admiring myself. By the way, if you see any weird facial expressions in this, guys, it's because I'm listening to a podcast about a really twisted murder actually, and it was a really good story. And I don't know what I'm doing there, just clearly loving myself. But what I'm doing, I'm bringing that just slightly lower And I'm bringing it almost to a place where I used to start my transition colour. Again, love of Lunar Beauty brushes. But I'm bringing it to just slightly above my brow bone and then just blending it in with a cleaner brush. And I feel like my makeup skills have improved, that I can actually, when I looked back at my first one, my Laura Lee, the NUDIE one I did before, a lot of the colours are muddy because I didn't kind of use the eye space that I had. And now I can kind of see clearly that I need to be defining different sections to really showcase the eyeshadows in all its glory, to be honest. So that's me just starting with that. God, doing the voice of this is really weird. So then I went on to reveal, guys. This is kind of, I would say, kind of a coolish brown. Now, I didn't want to do the, oh, yeah, that's what I did in the inner corner, and then I was doing a cut crease. Obviously, I didn't stay long at doing the corner of it, because I was conscious about doing the cut crease. Again, I just used a very flat brush for my cut crease. I'm getting a bit more confident with it. I think I used to do it a bit too harsh before, that the line would just stop, but I realised I need to be blending in the kind of edges of it, which I tried to do before, but it just was not working. Please tell me I am recording, because the things are not going up and I would be really pissed if I have to record this again. But this is me doing my cut crease. Okay guys, so this is me just finishing off the cut crease, making it so pretty blah blah blah. I mean, looking for something. What am I looking for? I am looking for a little brush again to pat it in. So that's me. That's my little proud face of myself. So now I go back into reveal and I kind of just, it looks like I'm putting a lot in the corner of it, but I am so gently using tiny brush just to kind of, I place it there and do a little kind of circular buffing motion, because I don't want it all the way into my eye. I just wanted kind of a natural gradient. And yeah, I kind of liked what I was doing. It was very therapeutic. Not gonna lie, the podcast was really interesting as well, guys. And then, guys, I went into the colours. I did Exposed mixed with Uncover, and I just used that in the front of the eye just to kind of give it that sparkly moment in itself. And I used I actually used a lip brush for this, because I find the kind of bullet brushes are too stumpy for me. I always actually end up making a mess with that, so I kind of use a very flat lip brush just to smooth it on. And then I'm just going to fast forward this, guys, because you just see me finishing it and completing it. But they were actually only the 4 or 5 colours that I used, and I thought it gave a lovely kind of look to it. Okay guys, so that's the finished look for that, and I'm now onto my face where I'm going to try the sponge. And I thought I was so happy by wetting it and coming back with a bigger sponge. I don't know why I was so excited by that. Now I seem to be looking for something. I really should have edited that out. So I'm using my Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie foundation, which I still love, and just it's my go-to. It's my go-to, you can't go wrong, in the shade MN3. And obviously I'm gonna throw it down and get it on my face. God, I'm so sorry about that string on my top. I only noticed it in editing. It's really annoying me. I should have cut it off, but I don't know why I made that face. I am just going to use the mirror. I didn't put it in, I actually edited it out, guys. The mirror is fabulous to use. It is double-sided. One side is more magnified than the other side, but it's sturdy without being heavy. It's so lightweight to use. You know, some mirrors are just weighing you completely down and your arm gets sore holding them. This one is actually really handy to use. It's actually, I think it's even lighter than the little black one I used to use, or normally use, because I don't know what it's made of, but it's good. It is good. Okay guys, from here I just kind of speed through it all. It's just my normal face routine. I'm using the Sosu by Suzanne Jackson. It's a contour color and it's in the cooler shade. And basically I throw that all over my face. and on my jibbly bit of my chin. And I did go ahead and I used the brush to blend it in. The brush is quite dense, in a good way, if that makes sense. Like, it's not overly soft that it's hard to blend your contour in. If you're using contour or any cream products, I find it actually quite brilliant. So it gives enough sturdiness that I like it anyway. And again, you saw my Maybelline review. If not, I'll link it up below. But this is the Aodain Rind Concealer. As I've said before, ladies of a certain age like to use it. Mind you, I do see young ones using it in 2 different colours to contour and to highlight. And I'm like, for the love of Jesus. So again, I always make sure, this is a creamier concealer, guys. So I always make sure you just buff it just before I go in with powder, because you don't want it to crease. And I like the coverage it gives. I like the feel of it. I like that it's lightweight, but it sometimes can crease a bit. So I always make sure I buff it everywhere before I put down any powder. And from here, I do love that L12 brush. I use it for everything. But again, that's me extra buffing just before I put down my powder. And yeah, I'm just going to skip all this because I'm just going to be using my normal products for bronzing and for my blush. The blush I used is the Honest one, and I think it's in Coral. And the bronzer I used is the shade Fawn from Beauty Bay, which again, you guys know I love a bronzer and a blush. So I love using those. By the way, this week I should have, I don't know if anyone has seen them, but the Mama Mitchell, I hope I said his name right because I just always feel like I have a stutter when I say it. But I actually picked up one of his blushes. I am not pronouncing that wrong, people. It is a blush. And I have them coming this week. I picked up one, but if you spend over like €25, you got a free one. So I ended up getting Cherry Cola, and I think, is it Mango Daiquiri I got? They're called blushes that you can use in your eyes, your lips, as a blush. So I got 2 of his brushes as well. I will have to admit, oh, here's me using my highlighter, that his stuff on Beauty Bay and on his own website are quite expensive. Like, his brush pack are like 88, I don't know, I think it's €88, which is still pretty expensive when you compare it to the Lunar Beauty or the L'Oreal or your Morphe or your Crown or anything like that. So here's me firing on with a combination. I usually use Glow Gel as a highlighter, and look, okay, I'm not one for blinding highlighter, but I said I would just point it out how much it does, like, highlight you to the hells. So it's quite a pretty one. Then I just jumped on to my eye lure. Again, I put out me doing the liner of it, but I was putting on the magnetic lashes. And my lips, what I did, I explained at the end of the video, but I used the Nikki Nikki and the Cabana, the 2 liquid lipsticks I got in my mystery bag. Usually I like a bit more colour, and I ended up lining them with Whirl from MAC, which I explained. I don't know why the lights do that. It's not like there's something in front of them. I think it's maybe I'm blocking myself. But I lined them with Whirl, and it turned out really well. I used the darker one just kind of around the edges and put Nikki Nikki in the centre. And for me, that's the way I just like to wear. If I'm kind of doing an ombre lip or anything like that, that's the way I do it. But I have to say, when I went outside, my mum was like, in real life, without the studio lights and stuff like that, my mum was like, that's beautiful lip, where did you get that? And I was like, okay, maybe it is a colour that I should be wearing or should wear a bit more. I'm really sorry about the mirror actually being in the way of everything. I really didn't mean for that to happen. Yep, that was me figuring out why the light changed that much and sitting forward. So, you know, I'm just going to love myself, and God knows what I do next. I thought this would be really easy to edit, but it's actually a nightmare. Again, I just go into reveal on my bottom, guys. You know, I like to just kind of bring the colours that I use on top just below my lashes. I know my eyes are quite small, and I probably should stop doing that or find a different way to do that, but it's something I've always done and I love. By the way, there's also on the 21st, which is this Wednesday, I don't know if any of you would be interested in, but Kaylee, MUA, the Crystal Lights, palette that I always get in the toppers. She's actually doing a virtual masterclass, which is €10. You can sign up to it through Facebook. Now, I'm not pushing it. I'm not affiliated. I'm not anything like that. But I just think I can go, if I can sit in my own house in my PJs and get a few tips, that's what I'm hoping to do. But I saw on their website as well, they actually do private consultations for like a tenner. Now, they're only 15 minutes long, but you're allowed to ask your eye shape, what lashes, what colours I should be using. You know, they're actually they're experts from Cash Beauty. And you get a 15-minute, and you can talk to them about anything, like your lips, how to do this. I thought it was a really good idea. And there we go for look one. So hopefully I'll be able to put my microphone in and be able to talk through what I did. But this is a face of using my Laura Lee products, which I got the other day, with using the Nudie Patootie as the main event. Now, I am going to film another video with Boss Babe. Yeah, and I'll probably put it on the second part of this video. Let me know which one you prefer. I did use my Eyelure lashes. The liner wasn't great on this one. That's down to me and not being able to. But yeah, they're still going strong, guys. And I've worn them for most of the days. So I've used them about 6 times already. And they're still holding strong. Now, they did say they're up to 15 uses. So yeah. Now, this combination on my lips, I'd probably like something a bit more peachier in the center. But I'm only using these because these are the 2 colors I got in the mystery bag. And they're both beautiful. But yeah, but I just did line them with a MAC Whirl. So yeah, so that's it for this look. Let me know what you think. I think I am getting better at eyes, you know, guys. Yeah, just let me know what you think. The highlighter I used was from the Glazed palette, and yeah, sponge is very nice, guys. Very, very nice. It's not overly spongy. You know, it's not overly soft that you're just like, you're basically pushing in. It's actually quite nice to just bounce on your skin rather than, you know, some of them are so soft, you're like, no, so cute. I actually didn't cut it in there. Yeah, so that's it for look one from my Laura Lee haul. Let me know what you think. Mwah. Okay, this is part 2. The next day, because I wasn't taking off the makeup from yesterday. So hello, my lovely people. I'm not going to do the full intro because I did it on the first part of the video, but today I plan to, God, I can't stand my hair, do another eye look and my makeup, but again using the products I got from my mystery box from Laura Lee Los Angeles. So I have one eye done and I'm keeping it kind of simple today. I am just doing lovely little look, just with a tiny bit of liner and just a little bit of glitter. I know that doesn't sound like it's a simple little look, but I'm not going for lashes and everything. I'm going to keep it quite natural with just my own lashes and mascara. But again, I'm probably not going to talk all the way through this because I'm actually watching a program called Bitten on Netflix, which is actually quite raunchy. Every time my mother comes in, I'm like, I'm seriously not watching anything dirty, I swear. But, however, will I just get into it? So guys, again, I am just using the Boss Babe palette today because I used the Nudie Patootie yesterday and I did a look from that. So I was super excited to try out the Boss Babe from Laura Lee because I hadn't tried it before. So sit back, relax, and I'll get to it. Again, I will point out the colors. Hopefully, if I can manage to figure out how to do that, I will put them up. Okay guys, I just started off with, as per usual, my lovely transition colour. Now there is a bit of fallout on this palette, more so than the Nudie Patootie, but I'm okay with that. Doesn't affect me. So the colour I used here is kind of the light, almost like an orangey brown, kind of a very kind of light brown, and I just used this as a transition colour, and it was pigmented as hell. Yep, gotta time that well. But yeah, I really, really loved it. Again, I was getting very into the program I was watching. So I'm going to forward this part for you so you don't see me looking, because I can't even see the laptop in front of me. Sorry, I'll stop rambling. Okay, I may have edited a bit too quickly here, but what I'm going back in with, kind of just like in the last one, just slightly above and into my brow bone, is the 9 to 5. It's this amazing rust color, guys. It's stunning, absolutely stunning. And from there I just go to, there's a nice brown in the palette. Now it's almost a blacky brown. That probably doesn't make much sense, but when you see it in person, when you put it on in person, it actually looks like a blacky brown, and I just use that in the outer corner. Again, I know these looks are probably very similar in what I'm doing with them, but for me personally, I'm trying to improve my blending and my ability to do eyeshadow. So if they're kind of boring to you, I'm really, really sorry. And yeah, that's me just kind of buffing all the kind of edges out. Again, I'm sorry, I just had a donut and a cup of tea. You probably didn't need to know that. But yes, that's me here just doing that. I'm going to forward it, guys, because again, it can only be very boring to you to watch this. Again, this is me just darkening out the edge side with that brown. And again, as I say, it's almost a blacky brown, so I felt I had to kind of blend it a good bit to get it kind of to the colour I wanted. Also, I'm very involved in the programme I'm watching. Has anyone ever watched Bitten? God, there's very hot men in it, and there's a lot of nakedness in it. I mean, it's about werewolves, and basically they strip off every few minutes. Not a bad thing, but yeah. So I am about to look for my little brush and start my cut crease. Can tell I'm loving doing cut creases at the moment. If I could just focus on that and not on the laptop in front of me, it would be brilliant. Now, and what I then go into, there's two shimmers in this one. There is a beautiful yellow called Hustler, but I just didn't want to go that route today. I kind of wanted to keep it bright, so I went to On the Grind, and it's this beautiful kind of almost a peachy color. It's hard to say. Then going in with my Wet n Wild liner. Again, I didn't want to put on lashes today because I want to give my eyes a little rest. I just lined the top of my, here's me looking super proud of myself. Probably after darkening up the edges and showing you the final look. And we are back. I decided not to film my putting on my whole face because you guys saw that in the other one. But I will say about it, I know I said it yesterday, it's not softy squidgy. It's quite firm and it's actually quite good. I know this side is used for here, but I actually found it brilliant for going just a little bit of powder here, and especially if you're like tidying up your eyebrows and stuff like that. It is brilliant, guys. It is brilliant. So I decided to curl my hair because, you know, it's Sunday for me here, so this is when I'm filming it. Yes, I did scald my ear again. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that. But what I used today, guys, I used Boss Babe. I used the glazed, and I used the shimmer color, this one here, and I cannot remember the name of it. I think it's something clouds, but silver clouds. That's what I used kind of just in the inner corner. Don't mind my eyeliner. I'll try to get up nice and close so you can see it. Just a kind of little, you know, I'm loving the sunset colors really at the moment, so I created something basic on my eye like that. Mascara I used today was the e.l.f. and it's still amazing. What I actually did, guys, and I don't know if anyone else, maybe I'm just shit at putting on mascara, but when I put it on and when I try to get it on as close as I can, I always end up here or down here. I actually bought these on Amazon. They're the little disposable ones, and it's great when you have your mascara done. You actually can get right in to fluff them out. I just find it's easier to use one of those. It doesn't have any product on it, and you can really get them to kind of spread out without being clumpy, because no matter what mascara I use, it always clumpy. But I think they turned out beautiful like that, and I did that on my lower lashes as well. So, I mean, they're from Amazon. They're so cheap. I love them. I find them so handy to use, especially kind of, yeah, I know not a lot of people take a lot of time doing the mascara. It's usually but I'm really trying hard to kind of, because I'm giving the e.l.f. and I'm trying the Lash mascara from Maybelline out, so I think it turns out really, really well. Yes, it's adding an extra step, but this is the final result. Let me know what you think, guys. Look A or look B. It's all up to you guys. So, if you've lasted this long, guys, thank you so much for being here. It really means a lot to me. And yeah, what I did actually for my lips, by the way, I realized I was so excited about filming the mystery box the other day. My background was a hot mess. Like, all my liquid lipsticks, the carrier had like kind of busted, so they really are kind of quite, they're nicey, they're not all just thrown around the place. But anyway, stay cool, stay calm, and wear your goddamn masks. And I'll see you in the next one. I love ya. Give this video a big thumbs up. Let me know which look or which palette you prefer, or which look you prefer, which I did with the palette, down below. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.